Today we take a look at Alveary Production. Welcome friends to a new episode of Feed the Beast Reloaded. Ultimate Reloaded. Hope you guys are having a great day. I'm having a really good day. We're going to get into it. So, I've been pretty busy and we have a lot to do. I have a lot to show you, and there's going to be multiple videos based on what's already been done. So let's get into it. As you can see, I've been terraforming. I decided I had tried to, do the stepping down process to try to get these to work with the hexagons. I just couldn't find a good way to do it. So I've decided that I'm going to raise them all up, and hence the terraforming. So a little bit at a time, I take some dirt, I pack it in, I take some dirt, I pack it in. And so far, this is where we're at. I'm hoping I can kind of get all the way out to that area out there, and then we can build a whole lot more of these hexagons. Reason being, in the last episode, we were working on other things, and I decided that we really kind of need to get ourselves back into bees. We kind of stepped away from it. We're working on other things, and it's been a little bit of a departure. So we're getting into things that I enjoy getting into, and we have a lot to do, but yeah, we kind of lost focus and progress on the bees. But there we go. I've moved one of my alvearies from down here to up, or from down below up here, so that way we can start doing our breeding in an alveary up here right outside. So what else have we done? Oh yes, I started working on, I guess that's what this will be about today, is Alviri Production. I had gone through and made all of those manually, and I was kind of out of alveary blocks. So today we're going to get into what I did to solve this problem. Can I reach that slab? I do. I have some. Perfect. Okay, so let's take our slabs and we'll do this. Great. Perfect. So now we've got another alveary. Great. And we want to start filling this section up as well. I haven't decided which bees we're going to put into them yet, but I'm thinking that we're going to start working on the metal bees. So tin, copper, iron, silver, I think, might be the first ones we start with. We also already have lapis and emeralds. So I think what we might try to do is get ourselves some diamond bees so we can be getting diamonds as well. I know that we have the ability to use quarries and things like that, but I figured it might be a good idea to start solving some of our problems with bees, or as many of our problems as we can. So, all right, let's head indoors and see what we've worked on. So this all probably looks the same to you. I did start laying this out. I think what we're going to do is have our IC2 area over here. We're going to do Tech Reborn. This is any machines related to that mod. I think this is temporary. I don't know if that's the case or not. Maybe, maybe not. I've already run some power up here for thermal, and I've moved all of my stuff from the base over to here. I have yet to set it up. So, and then industrial foregoing. This is subject to change. I'm not exactly sure. Oh my goodness, let's unpack everything that's going on here. This is going to be its whole own episode on its own. We've worked on storage. We'll talk about this as well. And I'm not exactly sure. So we're going to do a whole episode on storage as well. So you can see it. I don't like it. We're going to make some changes. So we'll talk about that in an upcoming video. But I did make some things. I've moved some stuff over here. And yeah, I wasn't exactly sure what order of things I was going to do. But yeah, I've made some more ME drives. I did go through the process of starting to make the 64s. These ones are still 16s, but I started to fill it up because I wasn't happy with this situation, and I said, well, okay, I need some more storage, and that's what we're going to do. All right, That's all stuff in future episodes. Whoa, what has happened in here? Yes, we have all of this stuff to unpack for sure. And then look at this as well. Holy moly. What happened? So this all used to be down about to here. I've since filled it all in. There's still some work to do. I have to, this is where it was. I have to remove these apiaries or alvearies and remove this one. I just haven't got to that point yet. But yes, I filled it all in, mainly because right above us is the hexagons, and I want them to be really close to the top. So I started doing that. This is going to be the final layer, and as we unpack and get into the other alvearies, I was trying to figure out the reason we leveled that all up above there was I couldn't figure out how to do the step down up above, and I also couldn't figure out how to start stepping this down further and further into the world as we get underneath the other ones as well. So I figured, you know what, we're just going to fix that problem. We're going to level it all off, and we'll just terraform the hell out of everything. I know it's a lot more work, but that's what we're going to do. These oil bees have been going strong. We have a whole bunch of combs. We've got tons of oily combs, and we have some problems to solve. Mainly, we don't get a whole lot of combs from these. Reason being, we don't have frames, and we don't have any frames going in here to help improve our production. We're going to have to solve that problem at some point. So I haven't figured it out yet. I don't know if it's going to be with pipes or if there's some other thing that we can use. I was looking into, what was it, routers, and see if we can figure those things out, but I've been unsuccessful with my dealings so far, but something that we'll take a look at further. Okay, so this whole episode was going to be talking about Alviri Production, so let's talk about it. These are 4 new tanks, all related to another episode. So I started moving all of our liquids. We've got ourselves some water. We've got the bee DNA over there. I'm probably going to put lava in this one. We've got honey, and we've got seed oil. Now, as many of you know, we do have the ability to make more and more of this stuff. So I have been taking the combs, those old combs that we're getting from those bees over here, and I put them in here. And don't worry, this looks complicated, but it's not. Main thing is we have one line coming up for power. Let's do this. So from down below and from our power stations, we've got power that comes on over here and it goes on up. Now the first thing we need to do is I need to start processing combs so we can start getting honey. I've done that. So combs go in this, they come down through this item duct, and they go into a centrifuge. The centrifuge has a circuit board that has speed boosts in it, so it runs really fast. We could build more of these and have an array, but I figured if we fill this up and let it do its thing, it'll do its thing. I'd like to automate this process at some point. We're just not there yet. So what happens after that? Well, it is powered from the bottom. As you can see, it also helps power the squeezer that's here. And any excess or the honey drops, and the extra things that come from old combs. So if we type U here, we get beeswax and honey. And anytime those particular things get taken care of, they go into this chest here. Perfect. We've got ourselves a honey chest. What I've been doing is just taking this extra beeswax out of here and just putting it in our system. And as you can see, beeswax is now our #1 thing. Wow. Okay, crazy town. But then what it does is it also does take the honey drop and it squeezes it really fast into honey. It goes through this liquid duct and gets pumped into the ender tank, which then goes into a valve, tank valve, which then goes into the honey tank. Perfect. Look at that. That's amazing. And we also had to improve our seed oil. And I'll show you why we need those things, which I've discussed in another episode. But yes, honey goes in this one, combs go in this one, and guess what? Seeds and nuts go in this one. So what I've been doing is, and I'll show you this, this is really cool, is I have some new tools. We've got advanced drill and we have an advanced chainsaw. They're not too difficult to make. I just typed in advanced and I found them, but it requires an iridium plate, some energy flow circuits, some extra circuits here, some tungsten, some lapteron crystals, and some more reinforced plates, and a diamond chainsaw. So I've finally been able to take care of those and get it going. Oh, we're running out of time. Well, anyways, the chainsaw is really cool because it will chop down a whole tree. Boom. Or at least most of it, which is beautiful. So what I do is I come over here, I chop down these chestnut trees because they're super, super useful. And I'll show you why. We've talked about it in an episode ago, I believe. We'll knock this guy down too. Bam. And I think that got all of the wood it did. All right, so it's dark. Let's go to sleep, and then I'll show you what it actually is doing right now. So let's do this. Cool, cool, cool. Okay, so what happens is they start dropping all of the product on the ground, and it does give us a whole bunch of chestnuts. And these chestnuts, or these sweet chestnuts, they give you 220 millibuckets per squeeze of seed oil. So these things are giving us tons of seed oil, which are really good. So I just kind of walk around, I let the trees decay, and yeah, rinse and repeat. Not too bad. Look at it, just there's so many. You get stacks and stacks, tons of this stuff. I mean, it's kind of overwhelming. You get like 5 or 6 stacks of these chestnuts, and they're so helpful for getting all of your seed oil. That's why we bred this up. We talked about it in a previous episode, but if you're new and you haven't seen this yet, now you know why we're doing it. Perfect. Just gather it all up here, not too bad. There we go. All right, perfect. And you guys can do the same. I have not figured out how to put this in any type of forestry farm or anything like that. It's fine just kind of doing it manually a little bit. Gives me a break from the other things that I'm working on, and which is perfect. So all right, so I'll let those kind of decay a little bit, and then I'll show you guys what we do here. So we just go back down into here, take my nuts, and we just put them in here, and they'll squeeze all of this out, and it takes that seed oil and puts it in here. Perfect. Why are we doing all of that? Well, to make Alveary blocks. So what I did have was this guy, and you know what? I'm going to show it to you anyways. We don't need it running. Reason being is this will use the seed oil, and it will create, oh, I moved them all already. It creates impregnated casings. And as you can see, I've got 7,047 of them. I don't think we need to run this anymore, but if you do this, it'll create an impregnated casing, rinse and repeat, and then we'll get a whole bunch of them. We don't need to do that right now. So the seed oil will take 8 blocks and make it into an impregnated casing, and then we will be fine. What I have been doing is putting them back here, because what we can do then is make Alveary blocks, and I just take a couple of these. Let's do this. That's not quite what I wanted to do. Here we go. And we're going to take these and put all of this in here. Then we also need beeswax, which we have plenty of. So let's take our beeswax. And really what I've been doing is I just kind of take it out of the bin that's up there before I put it in here, and I put it down in here from the combs processing. And then we need some pollen. And since I've moved my barrels up over here, our pollen is there. And our royal jelly is here. So take these, put them in the top, carpenter with honey in it is making scented paneling. Perfect. And we've got a whole bunch of scented paneling. So we should be able to make ourselves a whole bunch of Alveary blocks now. To be able to make an Alveary block, since we're here, let's go up top and we'll show you how. We have talked about this before, but at least now you know how it's kind of done. What? We're running out of power? Did I make something mad? Oh, I'm not sure exactly what the deal is. Let's take you out of the mix. How are we out of power? Well, either way, take your stacks here and do this, and we can make stacks at a time now. All right, so that's fun. Why doesn't it do a full stack at a time? All right, well, that's fine. Whatever. Probably easier to do it like this. Let's just take a full stack here, full stack here. Just do this stack at a time. There we go. Perfect. All right, we've made ourselves a whole bunch of Alvearies, and we can go start placing these down. But yes, that's pretty much the process. It's fairly automated. It's not perfect. We do okay with it. But yes, I mean, I just load these boxes up and I let them do their thing, and we're okay. So let's go back out there and set up some Alvearies. We don't have a lot right now, but we've got some. Oh, let's pick up some more of this stuff too. That one's all done? It is. Okay. Oh, we've only got 3. Do we get some more saplings falling? Yes. Okay, great. All right, let's take our sapling, and we've got 4. Let's fire this up here. There we go. That'll grow again. And really, I just kind of let them sit there until they... Ooh, that means that there's a... There it is. Now the rest of this will fall. I let them sit long enough to where most of these ripen, so we get more yield from chestnuts, which is important to have, right? Perfect. So this will probably drop another 4 or 5 saplings, maybe more. Great. While we're waiting for that to degrade, whatever you want to say. All right, let's do this, and we're gonna do boom. And that one's no longer in use, so we are just going to do this. Lay these out like so. I don't have the rain shields yet. Or the lighting. So what we're going to start working on is trying to breed our bees up to have the traits that we want, which you guys kind of got a hint of what was there in that other area. So perfect. We'll leave as many flowers here as possible because bees need flowers, obviously. There we go. And I believe they're all 2 apart, aren't they? Except for the middle. Yeah. Getting our Alviri production going. There we go. We've only got 5 left, so we're going to have to make some more. But as you can see, we're starting to make more of these because we're going to need to start filling these entire these beehives up. So we have a lot to do. We have a lot to do. In the meantime, what I'm going to be doing is starting to take an inventory of what we have and going through and trying to get all of the bees that we need for we're going to make a list, and we're going to figure out what kind of list we need, because we're going to have tin and copper and iron and all of the other metals that we have. So I definitely want to get all of those going. Do we get 4? Nope, we've got 3. There it is, 4. And we might have some more. There we go. So this is really what I've been doing. I've been terraforming. I've been chopping trees down. I've been adding trees and putting more and more terraforming into the system down here too, for filling that all in, because that's been just a fun thing to do. Lots of stuff going on. All right, perfect. Yeah, there's every once in a while I get stuck on something. I'm not sure why that is, but all right, perfect. There we go. I don't know. At some point, I think we're going to have to start filtering off this beeswax. I don't know how much of it we really need. There's a lot there. And yeah, it's a ton of stuff, right? So yeah, I gotta still tear these down. We're gonna find a new home for those, and we'll then fill this all in, and then we'll start working on coring this out so we get underneath some of the other hives, and getting a whole nother hive up and running with maybe one of the metals or something like that. So made a cool staircase here just so it kind of reaches up. We'll probably add some sort of path to where these all go. I don't know exactly. I haven't figured out what I want to do underneath here yet, but all right, very good. Well, if you guys enjoy this episode, please stomp the like button. If not, don't stop the like button. I don't really care. Enjoy it or don't enjoy it. Doesn't matter to me anymore. If you watch, great. If you don't, that's cool too. Either way, I'm not too worried about it. So, all right. Have a great day, everybody, and we'll catch you guys maybe in the next episode. Peace out, everybody.